Good evening, and welcome to the 2025 induction ceremony to the National Gay Flag Football Hall of Fame. I'm Joel Horton, the Commissioner of the NGFFL, and tonight we're very excited to celebrate 5 individuals and honor them with induction into the NGFFL Hall of Fame. Matt Herrick in Chicago, David Lopes in Boston, Jonathan Marquez in Denver, Marcia Hill in Chicago, and Jonathan Finland in Boston. Tonight, you'll learn a little bit about what makes the Hall of Fame, the criteria for induction into the Hall of Fame. You'll learn a little bit about our honorees, our inductees. You'll hear from them. You'll hear from some of their friends. And then we'll wrap up with a little bit of with a quick nod to our upcoming Gay Bowl tournament. So at this point, I think we're going to see a little bit a short video of the Hall of Fame, and then you'll meet Duran LeVar, who has led the Hall of Fame process, NGFFL board member, and is going to be our steward for tonight. So enjoy the video.
All right. Thank you, Joel. And hello, NGFFL. I am Duran LeVar, Director of Special Projects. Coming to you from Denver. Say hello, everyone. We are so honored and lucky to have one of ours, Jonathan Marquez, joining the Hall of Fame this year, alongside 4 amazing individuals as well. One of my duties as a board member is to actually oversee the process for selecting the Hall of Fame every year. We always have a committee, and that committee is comprised of individuals from previous Hall of Fame classes, which is kind of cool. You know, you have the actual Hall of Fame class selecting the Hall of Fame classes coming up. So it's a really amazing thing to watch. This year specifically was really great. We even coined this group of individuals the Trailblazers, and after you see these 5 videos, you will know why. Each one of them is a trailblazer in their own right. We are just so happy to recognize them. When we think about what a Hall of Famer is in the NGFFL, we think about certain pillars. We think about what you've done on the field when it comes to national tournaments, whether you're a player or a ref. We think about what you've done on the field in your local community, what you've done there. And I think most importantly, we want to see what you've done off the field as well. What kind of person are you? What kind of leader have you been? How have you really done something different in your own community? And you're about to see why these 5 individuals are getting this award, and we are so happy for them. So I will stop rambling and we will get moving on with the show. I'm going to pass this on to our Director of Operations, Tom Ensminger, to announce our first inductee for 2025. Thank you.
All right. Hey, everyone. Tom Ensminger here, Director of Operations, coming to you from Los Angeles. Our first inductee we're honoring tonight has created new opportunities for players across the country. He started the flag football at the Sin City Classic, and he ran it for 8 years, and now it's being carried on by the NGFFL. In Chicago, he was the director of the Pride Bowl for 8+ years. And during that time, he started the Women's Plus division and expanded that tournament. Lastly, Matt checks off every other box as being a prior commissioner of the CMSA, a player, a coach, and a great guy. So, and a referee. all the things. So let's meet Matt Herrick.
Matt is just incredible in terms of how much he's given to the national organization. He started the Cincinnati Classic football. Even though he doesn't live there, he was one running it way back then. I think he ran it for like 6 or 7 years. Same thing for the Pride Bowl. It has grown to the monster it is thanks to all the work that Matt Herrick did. So on behalf of all of CMSA and everybody else, congratulations, Matt. Glad that you're joining us in the Hall of Fame.
Hey Matt, I hope you take, while you don't like to sit still, I hope you do take the time to reflect on all the contributions you've made and the huge impact you've made on this community, on the NGFFL, and really reflect on that impact. You've made all of our lives better in some way, and just want to say congratulations, it's well deserved, and we're all really proud of you and happy to be celebrating you today.
When an opening came to start running the Pride Bowl, Chicago's football tournament, Matt stepped up and not only did that for 1 year, he ran it for about 8 to 10 years, which is an extraordinary amount of responsibility. And on top of all that, he continued to stay very involved in running the local Chicago League, as well as reffing both at the local and national level. All of those things are extraordinary responsibilities on their own, but to do all three of those things often, all at once, in Matt's case, is just incredible dedication.
Whether it was Pride Bowl, Gay Bowl, or Sin City Classic, you always poured 150% of yourself into those weekends, and so many of us would not have been able to make the memories or the friendships we were able to make along the way without your hard work, dedication, and planning. So once again, congratulations. Thanks for all that you do and have done for the sport. And I'm so #blessed and humbled to know a Hall of Famer IRL. Love ya.
Hi, everyone. I'm here at the Pride Bowl fields, which for me is the only place that I could possibly say thank you for the honor of being elected to the NGFFL Hall of Fame. This is a place of great pride for me. It's a place that I worked very hard to make things happen for our inclusive flag football community. It's on these fields that I met so many of you, celebrated with some of you, and got yelled at by more than a few of you. But every year that we came together, I knew that all the hours of work were worth it for what we put on these fields and what happened and the joy and the celebration that happened every year. Tonight, I'm humbled to have heard from many different people, 4 different voices that had things to say about me. I'd like to thank each of them. Andrew Burke, you're someone that everyone should want on their team, and you were there when I started in the league. Others were there too, and I thank them as well. Brian Cooper-Schmidt, Matt Simpson, Sean Albritton, Dan Hoppy. The list goes on 10 plus years ago of starting this crazy journey in flag football. Katrina, as a great referee, someone who has worked hard to hone her craft like all the referees in the NGFFL do. I thank you for the things you had to say. I thank you for your involvement, not just as a ref, but also in the women's plus side of our great sport. Other referees that I need to thank as well. Lance Burrage, you test me every year. You teach me so much about how to conduct myself on the field. Hank Carey, Jay Kramer, and others who help me pass the tests that Lance gives me. Being a referee is sometimes a tough job, but it's one of those things I don't have to do. It's one of those things I'm honored that I get to do. Michael Hubbard and the entire Chicago Thunder, that 3 years of my life of being your captain was truly an honor. Thank you to the other captains that worked with me, Kevin McGuire, Scott Nye, Zach Zusag, Brian Golden, Sam Pinter, on and on down the list of people who came together. We went to Gables, we went to Vegas, and we went here to Pride Bowl. And we didn't always win, but man, we always had the most fun of anyone I've ever seen on these fields. And those days are big memory makers for me. They're core memories, really. So thank you to the entire Chicago Thunder for being part of this journey with me. The last part of my journey was with a team that was ensconced in red, and that was about the time Robbie White came into the league. And Robbie, you and Xavier should be thanked for your strong advocacy of me that I even could get this honor. I am humbled by the things you said about me. They were the kind of things that make a person stop and almost gasp. So thank you both for what you had to say. I mentioned this red team. They're the memory that I'm hanging on to the most from my time as a player, because that last team that I was on, we had 4 quarterbacks, we had injuries, we had to forfeit the final game. But I've never seen a group of people that had the kind of energy and brought the kind of positivity to the field that we did week after week. I've named some of them. The ones I haven't named are people like Rob Metzler, people like Alex Fish, Connor McNally, and on down that list as well. Flag football has been a big part of my life for a really long time. And as I close tonight, I would just want to remind everybody of one thing. I recognize that someone like me does not always come upon an honor like this easily. So I challenge everyone who's listening to know one thing about this entire community, this group that a lot of you call family, this group that brings you all so much joy and so much exuberance and so much excitement. Remember that imperfect allies are not enemies. Every time that you get on the field, there could be a temptation to cast people aside because they don't quite fit the vocabulary you want to use. They don't quite fit and show the same passion for certain subjects that you have. But remember that we're all here for the same thing, which is just to find a place to play, a place to belong. And so as you think about that, I would just close with this, and I close with it all the time. Ultimately, there is more in every human being to celebrate than to denigrate. Prove it on the fields, prove it at the parties, prove it however many more years you're involved in this great organization. I thank all of you for your support. And again, I thank the NGFFL for this tremendous honor. I'm proud to be in your Hall of Fame.
Hey everyone, we're here in Boston. Let's go Boston! Hey everyone, my name is Dave Hamilton and I'm on the NGFFL board. I'm the director of national partnerships, and we're here celebrating actually 2 amazing people. I get to talk about one of them, but we're all celebrating both. So I want to introduce to you David Lopes. So David Lopes has been a member of this league for decades at this point. I've known him for almost 20 years. He's played in 15 Gay Bowls. He's been a 10-time captain for a team that we used to take to, first of all, Sin City and then the Sunshine Cup. He's been a Gay Bowl captain for, I think now going on 4 years. He's a board member locally. He's a treasurer. He's actually one of the innovators in our league around LGBTQ plus youth programs, where we do a summer camp every year, and he leads that. He leads things like the player clinic when new players come in. And he's the only recipient in the history of our league to win both of our league awards, which is the Robert Sauer Founders Award, which is around sportsmanship, and the Gary Scherer Service Award, which is around commitment to the league. I can't imagine somebody who embodies what it means to be a member of the NGFFL and the Hall of Fame more than this person right here. So with that being said, David, I love you. You're a great friend. You have a great community here. And let's roll the video.
Ever since you walked onto the field back in 2005, you've been so much more than a player. You've been a leader, you've been a mentor, you've been a builder of community. 15 Gay Bowls, 4 as captain, countless seasons in Boston. You've proven time and time again that you have a lasting impact well beyond the field. What stands out most about you is how you make people feel. When opponents leave the field, they feel respected by you. When your teammates leave the field, they feel inspired by you. And our entire community is stronger because of you.
To me, you embody the core of why we're all here. We win sometimes, we lose others, but that's not what makes us practice for months or fly around the country to play. We play to enjoy ourselves, to build our community and our friendships, and to make lasting memories. All those good things don't happen by accident either. You put an incredible effort and energy into it, season after season, year after year, and you do it to make everyone's experience the best it could possibly be, because you know how much joy this game can bring. There are literally hundreds of people in Boston whose lives you've touched through being a teacher and the best Boston flag football captain ever. And I know they're all so proud of you too.
David, congratulations. You're so deserving of this honor. You are welcoming and kind, funny. You always seem to be in the mix. Here you are 20 years later, still in the mix, still welcoming folks into our league, still captaining every season, serving on the board, and continuing to be the heartbeat of flag football. If there was ever a person that jumped in, volunteered, lent a hand, became involved, it's David. David, I am so proud of you. You are not only a great leader in our league, you are a wonderful friend, and I cherish you. Congratulations. Welcome to the Hall.
Can you have more fun playing on a David Lopes team? Game nights, team camaraderie, you bring it all, man. I just don't know if you realize how special you are as a leader and the impact that you have on everyone around you. You make everyone feel so valuable to be part of the team. It could be as a big role player, or you could have the smallest role on the team. You treat everyone the same. So proud of you, man. I'm looking forward to the many more lives you're going to impact in this league over the coming years. Love you, buddy. Proud of you. Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's not fair. Okay. Wiping the tears away. Whoa, okay. Well, I'm here. Wow. Thank you, everyone. Wow. 20 years in this league, 20 years to be a part of Boston. This has been an amazing ride. Thank you, everyone, so much. This has been fantastic. Being inducted tonight is such an honor. Yeah, it's true. I have captained more than 30 teams locally. I have captained more than a dozen tournament teams, and it's been fantastic. And honestly, it means I'm really good at organizing, throwing a great team dinner, throwing a great party, organizing sheets, and wrangling team like jersey numbers and so on and so forth. And I'm scheduled. I know how to put a schedule together. But honestly, what I'm most proud of is not the logistics, not the wins, but it's the community that we've built together. And not just on the field, but off the field. We've talked about the Youth Field Day, which I've been a part of since its inception. Over a decade ago, I was a part of it, which brings LGBTQIA+ high school students together at a summit to make change. And where we are now, we need to make that change. And it's so important. And to be a part of that it's so strong. And it's got to happen. And I'm so glad to be a part of it. And not just that, over a decade ago, I was part of making what's now called the Mark E. Lewis Scholarship, which I'm still a part of today, where over a decade ago, I forget how much it was. It may have been a few $100s. It may have been up to like $500, $1,000. But as of last year, we gave out 2 $10,000 scholarships. That is change. The NGFFL can do change. That's what I want to see us do. We can make so much change off the field. This league can do so much. This league has given me so many friendships, has given me family, has given me countless memories. So I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank every single teammate, every adversary, every referee, every volunteer, everyone who has been a part of this journey. Thank you for letting me be a part of something so special. I'm not going to forget this. I've been around for 20 years. I'm not sure if I'm going to be around for 20 more. I know I look good. But it's been a fantastic ride, and I love every part of it. I love all of you. And I love all of you. Thank you. This, Teddy, has been an honor. Thank you so much.
Hello from New York City, everyone. I'm Reagan McKendry. It's first year on the national board. I am your Director of Membership and Outreach. And one of the honors I get being on the national board is taking part in this amazing ceremony. And I am here to tell you about Jonathan Marquez. I first met Jonathan 6 years ago when I began refereeing tournaments. And what I remember, aside from him being the best dressed zebra, was how kind and welcoming he was to me as a new official. Now, Jonathan is literally a living legend in the DGFFL. He has done it all, as you're going to hear. But for me, I'm proud to call him my tournament travel pal, my dinner companion, my friend. He's someone you can discuss everything and anything about football with, not just officiating, but literally every aspect of how to run a local football league. And as anyone who's ever met him knows, Jonathan is one of the most generous people ever. Of personal note, a few years ago, he started referee happy hours at our tournaments, and they have served to bring the Zebras closer than anything I've ever been a part of. Jonathan, his life has worn many hats: player, captain, commissioner, referee, entrepreneur, doctor, actor. He gets to add one more to the list: Hall of Famer. Congratulations, my friend.
In 2012, you led a full force charge into creating the first ever women's division, now the Women's Plus division, which was a crucial turning point in the NGFFL history. This year, we're celebrating 47 Women's Plus teams, and that is all due to you and a couple of other people really not being afraid to push the boundaries back then and saying that women deserve a spot in this league and at this table. Honestly, the DGFFL would not be what it is without you. I wouldn't be the leader that I am without you. This honor is so overdue, and I'm so excited for you. You deserve this more than anyone else in Denver. It's way overdue, and there's not an amount of words that I can tell you to express my gratitude to you for what you have done in the Denver community and on the national level, and what you continue to do even when you're not in a leadership role. You are a great friend, a great mentor, but an even better community member. And this honor, there's not a single person that I can think of that deserves this more than you do, Jonathan. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for what you have done for this community.
You have this gift of making people feel welcome, whether it was as your time as a commissioner or when you're reffing in those shiny black Prada sneakers. Jonathan, you pour your heart into this league, and you've made more life-changing impacts than you'll ever know. I'm one of them, and I thank you for that. We love you, and congratulations.
He's expanded what I believe is possible not only for myself, but also for my team. There could be no denying the ways in which Jonathan's 2014 Mile High Mafia Pride Bowl team shocked the men of the NGFFL. When Azure Rollins, Ashley Johnson, and QB Selena Sikla weren't just players but stars on the road to the Open Division B Championship, the entire NGFFL was forced to reconsider the very definition of impossible and the role of Women's Plus players in the community. That's a legacy to be proud of. For these contributions and so much more, congratulations, Jonathan, on your induction into the NGFFL Hall of Fame. We love you and thank you for all you've done.
He's always been, a community pillar and somebody who's always put effort into taking care of people and being available when other people are too busy, right? He's the guy that shows up when nobody else will for the reffing, for the games, for financial fundraising, for pretty much everything that can benefit our community, whether it be here or whether it be in other states. He's always been a real pillar for everybody, including myself. And I'm super excited for him, happy that he's been nominated for this. Honestly, I feel like this is just very common sense. Like, I can't think of anybody who deserves it more. He's a really loving and compassionate person, and he puts everything he's got into pretty much everything he does. And so it doesn't surprise me, but I'm very happy that the national level gets to appreciate the husband and person I've gotten to know as well. So congratulations, Sean. Really happy for you. You've earned it.
Thank you for that very emotional introduction to those wonderful people who had such wonderful things to say. I appreciate that. I want to thank the NGFFL, the board of directors, the city leaders for this amazing honor. I'm very humbled to be a part of this amazing organization. I want to congratulate my fellow inductees and all of the Hall of Fame members who came before me, who've contributed such amazing energy into this organization to provide a safe space for people to feel loved and welcomed. I certainly feel that. And these amazing people behind me are evidence of that. This is an organization that has literally changed my life. I remember many years ago, pickup games in Cheeseman Park, and never ever imagining that it would create an opportunity and an organization that has flourished here in Denver. I want to thank Lance, Hank Carey, Shane, Lee, Dave, Sean, for your love and making me a better ref, and the entire reffing crew for embracing me and having me be a part of such an amazing organization. I truly do love all of you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in San Diego. I want to thank the Denver Gay and Lesbian Flag Football League, the board of directors, and all of the board of directors that have come before them, who have contributed their time and energy into creating such an amazing organization. I remember us starting out with 60 players and never ever imagining that we'd be a league of thousands, where we fill our spring and fall season so incredibly quickly now, within minutes. Who would have known that? It's just amazing. And it's very heartfelt to be a part of that. And I still am after 18 years or 17 years of being with the DGLFFL. And I want to thank our founding members, our father of football, Shane Kinkinnon. I want to thank Brian Wright, Chris Cormier, Joe Cooper, Kelly Alsobrook, Dustin Stapleton, Molly Lehman for forging the foundation that this league has been built on. I want to thank Drew Roy, Anthony Canas, Brandon Bolden, and the entire summit for sharing their love, bringing me into their Hall of Fame. Remember seeing them again playing in Cheeseman Park and now becoming such a powerhouse on the national stage, and I wish them luck in San Diego. And I want to thank MHC, Turner, Vic, Gracie, and Nash, and the entire MHC. I remember us going to Florida and getting our butts kicked. That was Molly Lehman and Azure and Denise, all those girls way back when. And to see MHC invest and grow and to become the GOAT of the women's division is becoming such an amazing thing. I'm so happy to be one of their big supporters, because they have shown what perseverance and camaraderie and love and team work does do on the national stage. I'm very proud of them. I want to thank my husband for having the patience for letting me compete and go out and play and ref the national tournaments as well as the local league, spending my weekends all dedicated to the DGLFFL. And I want to thank all these people out here. These are the heart of Denver. What an amazing organization of love. People come out onto this field. The Denver League is a place of safety and love, community and support. It's a place in these trying times in our political culture that we can feel that we can come to something bigger than ourselves and feel the love and support while we all also are enjoying football. And I'm so glad that I and those people who started this back in 2008 did it, because it is a legacy that I think that I will live with to the end of my days. So I want to say one thing to the young people. Our veterans are getting older, and as a result, I hope you all become engaged on your local level and on the national level, because we need you. We need to continue this legacy in this community. Thank you again for this amazing honor. I love you all, and we'll see you in San Diego.
Congratulations, Jonathan. Couldn't have gone to a better person. Congratulations. Hello, everybody. John Erickson. I am the Director of Media and Public Relations for the NGFFL. It's a pleasure to be with you all tonight. I get the pleasure tonight of introducing someone who has been the heart of women's flag football in Chicago for an amazing 37 years. I first met Marcia Hill at Pride Bowl about 6 years ago and knew instantly I was in the company of greatness. Marcia's passion for the game has inspired countless players, and her commitment has helped shape the community that we are all a part of today. She also made history as the NGFFL's first female referee stepping onto the field at Gay Bowl 5 in San Diego. Marcia isn't just a pioneer. She's a mentor, a role model, and a true friend to so many of us around the country. It is my honor to introduce Marcia Hill, 2025 inductee to the NGFFL Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, Marcia, on being inducted into the 2025 National Gay Flag Football League Hall of Fame. Because you were the first female to referee at Gay Bowl, your great officiating skills has allowed other females to follow in your footsteps. Again, congratulations, Marcia.
I remember when you came in that first San Diego tournament. Amongst all the guys, you stood strong and you did well. And your dedication and work throughout the time in Chicago is just amazing. Well deserved, and I look forward to welcoming you into the Hall of Fame in San Diego.
Marcia, congratulations on your induction to the NGFFL Hall of Fame. Your calm, cool, measured demeanor on the field means the world to players who are just getting started or veteran players that have been playing for many years. And you've also inspired so many officials. Look at the record number of women's plus officials that we have now, and that's all because of the path that you blazed. Thank you, congratulations, and welcome to the NGFFL Hall of Fame.
Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. Hall of Fame bound.
A legend, a leader, the best all around.
For decades, Marcia has given this community her all, with football, basketball, softball, and even volleyball.
She was a hell of a pitcher with a steady hand, and one of the best refs and umps in all.
Marcia was chasing flags before it was cool, and back in the day, she could take the youngins to school. Teaching rules and keeping peace when heads got hot. That's Marcia's gift, and she's got a lot.
The whistle on the field was league renowned. She kept the chains moving, down after down.
She put up with antics from some very special teams, tisking at off-field debauchery and our wild costume themes.
With leadership and heart in all that she's done, she's made clear sports a home for everyone. Dedicated,
respected,
trusted, and true.
This Hall of Fame honor belongs to you.
All the diesel daisies,
known to raise a toast or two.
Celebrate you, Marcia. All our community shines because of you.
to Marsha.
I'm honored to be one of this year's inductees in the class of 2005 for the NGFFL Hall of Fame. I started playing softball in CMSA back in 1983. In 1984, I joined the main board. Through the leadership of Sam Molinaro, Dick Uvari, Peg Gray, and Art Johnson, I learned a lot about the various organizations, NAGA, NAGVA, IGBO, and the Federation of Gay Games. I was coaching my softball teammates in Chicago Park District Women's Flag Football League when they said, hey, Marcia, can't CMSA start a Women's Flag Football League? So in 1988, I started the Women's Flag Football League here in Chicago. By 1990, I had 12 teams playing flag football. In 2004, Chicago was awarded the Gay Games when Montreal dropped out. As part of the honor of getting the games, Chicago could add a couple additional sports for the Gay Games. We chose to add women's and men's flag football, and I was asked to be the flag football coordinator for 2006 Gay Games. That fall, Chicago had 36 teams playing in the Women's League. In 2004, I met Sean Albritton at the Men's Football Workshop. I started officiating in the Men's League in 2004. In 2005, he asked me if I was interested in going out and roughing in the Gay Super Bowl in San Diego. I accepted. Out in San Diego, I was able to meet Chris Sowers, Rod Cradaville, and Lee Ryan from Michigan. I went to Dallas the next year, and players came running up to me and go, hey, aren't you the chick from Chicago? I said, yes, I am. They said, well, welcome to the Super Bowl. I've learned a lot over 37 years of women's flag football, from when we started with having to place ads in local gay papers to put flyers in the bars, and people calling in the main number, leaving a voicemail, and then we had to call the person back with the information for the league. We also had to deal with, when we put pictures in the paper, not everybody wanted their picture in the paper because they were afraid of losing their jobs. I am thankful for all the support of CMSA, the players, fans, sponsors, for 37 years of flag football.
Marcia, congratulations. It's truly an honor to see that you're inducted and to really learn more about your story. I have the distinct honor of introducing our final inductee of the night, a friend, a fellow board member who's served locally in Boston, but also on the national level, and has really set himself apart with regard to helping expand the NGFFL. And so with no further ado, it is my honor to introduce Jonathan Fenelon into the NGFFL Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jonathan.
Jonathan believes wholeheartedly in the mission of our league, that playing football is something that everyone should have the opportunity to do. And never one to fall short, he tirelessly has devoted over a decade of work in Boston and around the country to ensure as many people as possible have that opportunity. I could go on for hours, but my time is getting cut short. So I will just say, on behalf of everyone's life you've affected back in Boston, thank you, Jonathan. We love you, and we congratulate you.
Your efforts single-handedly expanded the NGFFL further than any person before you. You have given so much to so many people in the NGFFL, in Boston, in the entire football community. It was one of my greatest honors to work beside you and become your friend and your brother through the process. You have been there for me through so much. You have given so much to football. You've just been an inspiration. Your example is aspirational. You are one of the greatest individuals the NGFFL has ever known.
I have seen you work so hard and put so much passion and effort into this league and this community from so many different aspects, from your own team to your own city to the national board. And I am just so proud of you and thankful that I've gotten to work with you, because this league would not be where it is without you. So congratulations on everything you've accomplished and for this high honor. I love you.
And I remember traveling to Vegas for the Sin City Classic, and you spent the better part of a day running a clinic for new players that were coming in from across the country, really. And it's just always been clear how dedicated you are, not just to the local Boston League, but the National League as a whole. And I could go on and on about the other ways you've contributed to the league, but I'm just so proud of what you have accomplished. And I can't wait to see your latest Gable Brawlers team compete in San Diego. I love you, and I'm so happy for you, and congratulations again on being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to congratulate the other inductees, the NGFFL Hall of Fame. These individuals represent some of the greatest luminaries that our league has ever seen. Trailblazers who have set a new standard for the Hall of Fame and whose legacies will be felt forever be felt. I also want to acknowledge how surreal this moment feels, not because I'm blessed for receiving this honor, but I would be remiss if I did not use this platform to talk about how special what we have built together really is and our responsibility to grow and protect it. Every generation of this league has added something unique to the DNA. What started as a few individuals playing flag football, pickup flag football over 25 years ago has grown into a powerful community, one that continues to explore, expand, and celebrate inclusion. It's a league that says you belong, you matter, and there's room for you here. Yes, fundamentally we play football, but what makes us different is we get to play football, and that's what makes us special. Today, this league is more than just competition. It's about personal growth, connection, discovery, and love. And it's not enough to simply welcome those who already feel like they belong. We must work especially hard to make space for those who are still deciding whether they do. We must continue to build a field where people can show up as their authentic selves and not be met with judgment. And especially now, in this world, we need to keep up the good fight to protect that. We have to choose that path every single day, because when we show up for each other, we can build the kind of world we want to live in. Every time we welcome someone new, every time we make someone feel seen, we take that one step closer to that world. Finally, I have one last challenge. To my fellow Hall of Famers, and frankly, anybody who received accolades in this league, don't see those achievements as destinations. These are simply moments on a journey. That work does not stop here. I challenge you to be ambassadors to this league. Build new roads and light the way for others and bring more people home to this field. Help start a league where none exists. Introduce flag football to someone who's never played. Champion inclusion in every huddle, because this game and this community is meant to be shared. So with all of that, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this honor, for my football family, for my very sexy, selfless, and supportive husband, who I met playing this beautiful game, for the local and national board members who put up with me and who've kept me humble and grounded, and for the future we all are still creating together. So let's keep listening, let's keep growing, and let's keep giving back more than we take. Thank you.
So are you ready for some football? In just a little over a week, 1 week from tonight, we will celebrate the opening party of our 25th Gay Bowl. And then tomorrow morning, a week from tomorrow morning, the competition will begin. It'll be our largest tournament ever, over 2,500 athletes, refs, supporters, guests. And it's the largest tournament of its kind, LGBTQ, representing our community, that's ever been held. And so before I pivot, I just want to acknowledge and thank each of you who are going to join us in San Diego shortly for making this happen. But at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our director of tournaments, Jody Turner in Denver, whose countless hours have led us up to this point. So Jody, before you take a bow, let's hear some updates about the tournament.
Thanks, Joel. Yeah, super excited to see everyone in San Diego. Hands down, this is going to be the best Gable to date, which is, not ironic that it will be also the 25th Gable. The host city has been working super hard on opening party, closing party, having the entire town and country resort. A lot of stuff happening there, having an opening party there, having check-in there. It's really going to feel like a different Gable than we've ever had before. Like Joel said, I think I checked registration a couple minutes ago. We're 12 shy of the 2,500 mark. Record-breaking numbers, 114 teams, 67 open, 47 W+. So it's going to be great. You're going to see amazing branding all over the place like we've never seen before at a Gable, and I'm just so excited to get there. So back to you, Joel and team, and we'll see you in San Diego.
Wow. Well, after seeing that, after seeing all those numbers and all those people, I see a bunch of folks who are ready. So before I say goodnight, I just want to again congratulate the 5 inductees: Marcia, Jonathan, Fenelon, Jonathan, Marquez, David, and Matt. To everyone heading to San Diego over the next few days, safe travels. See you there. And for everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. Again, it's such an honor to recognize and celebrate the people who really set this league apart and continue to push us forward. So have a great night, everybody, and see you in San Diego.